Hey, Ray from Bridge Marina here, doing a review of one of our Starcraft triple pontoons. This is a 23 not only foot pontoon, but it's a little bit longer, but a great pontoon and real versatile. I'm gonna start out from the back, and I'm standing back here on the extended deck, which is a great option, or really they built it into this particular boat, which took the deck, like the deck we stand on, about 2 feet further back and brings it all the way back to the transom. And it really does give you a lot of extra space back here. Starcraft was even kind enough to put a nice entry door over here on the port side, so I can get in and out, as well as this huge stainless gate to kind of keep all my participants inside, as well as, you know, perhaps pets, etc. But it also has that exit over here on the starboard side that takes me to my large swim ladder. And this extra space is just amazing. Started using these extended decks a few years ago, and boy, they just add a lot of space to your pontoon boat. As I move a little bit further forward on this has a really versatile aft seating area with sort of, you know, we call this kind of our picnic table, which is just a great space for, I mean, easily 4 people to hang out. Full meal here, tons of cup holders and storage areas and charging ports, really well thought out. Now I could stuff more in here, but definitely could put 3 people without a doubt in each seat and get 6 people back here. And of course, Starcraft never lets you down in regards to cup holders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cup holders for potentially 4 or 6 people back here. The table is removable, I'll show you that in a second. But this is really a great seating area back here. I also notice often when you use this seating area, like maybe you put 3, 4 back here, this starboard side bench ends up becoming kind of a conversation point. It may sound silly when I show you guys this kind of thing, but this is like actually what you use the boat for. And you'll find so often like you're gonna have folks just hanging back here using all this seating area, and it becomes really useful. Maybe that's what the extra cup holders are for. I'm gonna convert this into the bed or lounge as well, so you can kind of see what that looks like in a second. So I'm gonna take apart this table, and again, this starboard bench area is a great storage area for it. These posts are all easy to take out. It has a little button you step on and unscrew, a little button I step on and unscrew. And often folks ask what this little bench area is for, and I gotta be honest, it's a great, easily accessible storage area for you. And then this converts into, put that thing down, a large sun pad, and I mean a large sun pad. Great when you're doing water sports, you're hanging out in a cove someplace. I mean, you could be 8-footer and you could sit in this chair, and there's just tons of space. So I still have my access to my charging port to put my phone here. It's really a great space that they created here. Now, there's a bunch of things you can do with this. I'm just gonna flop this backwards now. So I can have somebody, you know, if I got a lot of folks, they can still be sitting back here while we're doing stuff. And I can still have folks sitting over here facing forward as well at the same time. So it's a really versatile seating area. Folks love this boat. I enjoy going out with this with family, especially when I bring a lot of people with me. The other thing is I do have a lot of storage underneath here as well. I've got storage under the forward seat, under the aft seats, which is great because you never have too much storage. It's all easily accessible. It really is a versatile boat, and it just takes, you know, a couple seconds to convert this around. It's not take long, and it's rather useful. Again, when I don't have that in there, this is even better. It just really is a useful little area here. So anyway, that's enough about that. Let me move forward on this boat. This has the captain and co-captain chair, which is a great option. Most folks don't think about this much. So you're sitting there with your wife or your spouse or friend, and they've actually set these in the same space forward or aft on the boat so that we can actually converse with the captain, because very often when you're the captain, if they don't have that seat in the right spot, you're kind of left on your own and you become just the driver, which isn't too much fun. But again, over here in the co-captain's chair, it's great. You know, I've got cup holders over here, cup holders abound. I can turn around and chat with folks if they were sitting in these seats. It's just a great option. And again, for my captain, co-captain, move over to my helm, I'm able to converse with them as well. Let me show you what the bow looks like too. So as I go to the bow, it's a great bow area. You know, I've got seating for at least 5 people up here, easy 4 and super comfortable 2. And they've done a great job with these opposing couches. They are, again, very consuming, like it's hitting me on top of my shoulder blades, super comfortable. And I'll talk more about the raised helm, but when I sit here, my captain can still see over my head. You know, I can lay out, the back slope's just right, feels rather comfy. You can imagine, I can put more than just me consuming this whole seat. Easily could put 2, certainly could put 3. Be mindful of how much weight you put in the bow of the boat, of course, because you could do a submarine. So we don't want to overload our bows. But when I go over to the port side, it's got the same thing. It's the same size couch, you know, just as spacious. So in these bows, I can easily put multiple people and have a lot of space, which is, it's just a great deal. You can also option out another pedestal table if you want up here. I wouldn't be a complete tour if I didn't show you the changing rooms, which they've done a great job integrating into this forward seat because you're not using this too often, but it's nice to have when you need it. And just pops up, pulls out. You can button this in to secure it a little bit more. But as you can see, a nice zipper. I can hop in here, you know, I'm gonna get changed, maybe I gotta do some business. You know, I won't get too graphic. And of course, if you had a porta potty, it fits into underneath our helm into the storage area. You can slide over here and use it. So everybody wants a changing room. You know, I find most boaters don't use the changing room all that often, and it ends up becoming a storage room if it's incorporated into the seats in a different fashion. I really enjoy this simple setup that's integrated right into this port bow lounge. That's really easy to use, and I got it when I need it, and it doesn't bother me when I don't. Great feature on these boats. I mentioned in regards to the helm a second ago, and the CXs, you can option it out with a raised helm, which is right here. A lot of folks don't understand the value of this because it is an added option, but it raises the helm up just a few inches. You know, this is about a 3.5 inch raise. And that's usually what you need when you are the driver or the operator to just be able to see over your passengers' heads. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it really does give you a little more commanding view here that makes it easier to operate the boat. When you have passengers, easier to dock. Just feels a little more comfortable. The helm on this boat is fully functional. Seems a little complicated when you first look at it, but once you get comfortable with your, you know, what your accessories are, it's rather easy. Arm reach to a master power, to my horn, my radio, docking lights, etc. And there's extra switches on here if you want to option out underwater lights, underdeck lights, whatever else. VHF. Again, my radio is easy to get to. Of course, everything is Bluetooth, so I don't really have to play with it all much except for perhaps my volume. My GPS, this one has GPS depth finder. Again, easy to see because you really want stuff heads up. I want to be able to look down the lake, be able to see my gauges, see my accessories, see my GPS, so it's right here for me. I threw my phone up here real quick because this is just how I like to put it. It's not meant to be that way, but I do always stick it in this compartment. And inside this compartment, you know, it's got a drain, it has 12-volt receptacle as well as USB, so everything is right there. And as are my gauges. You know, we got a speedo on my port side, tachometer on my starboard, as well as a voltmeter and a fuel gauge, trim gauge over here on the port side. Like, everything is right here. Controls nice and comfortable. You know, this is a comfortable boat to drive. The fact that they threw a speaker over here on the starboard side of the helm, so if you want to drown out your crew, you got that option. And hopefully, if you're the operator, you can control this stereo. Yeah, again, a couple more cup holders. You know, I don't know if I need 2 cup holders as the driver. I shouldn't be drinking and driving, but maybe I can put a water and a soda. Or, you know, I can put my keys, whatever else down here as well. This thing is powered by a 200 horsepower Mercury 4-stroke. Runs great, just the right amount of power, especially when you start to load this up. And it is digital, so very easy shifting, very smooth, super quiet. Mercury has outdone themselves with a new 4-stroke. So overall, you know, this is a popular boat. I and my family love taking this one out, and our guests do as well. If you're looking for a pontoon boat that does just about everything, this could be a great fit for you. Or, you know, if you're watching this and you're not sure what you want to do, you just want to get into boating, remind you, obviously, we do boater education, boater training. We do boat rentals. We also have a boating club where you can use boats just like this, as well as we sell these new and pre-owned. So either way, I appreciate watching. Reach out with any questions about this boat or any other boat and be glad to try to help get you on the water. Thanks for watching.